cute that since I'm up here, I have to give it to you. So I'll introduce the next guy, person. I'm going to run and get a top up of black coffee. Is there black coffee in the back here? Oh, guys, there's black coffee in the back. Oh, Ramon, sweet, you're on. I'm off.
Thank you very much.
Sorry. Cheers.
What a lovely style that you have. I really like his casual style because this is where we are here today. It's about marketing, branding, and all the uniqueness that's this nowadays. And yeah, hi guys online, and you are part of this as well. Everyone is part of this. I am a technical person, so you could say like why I'm here to talk about you today. And actually, it's something that it could make a lot of sense for you guys. My name is Ramon, and I'm today here to present you about data simplification and for you guys, for marketing. And just before we started, I have a conversation with a few of you, and one of the biggest pain nowadays is data, and you are not by yourself here. I mean, it's everyone, the biggest pain is data. It's like data is out there, it's a whole bunch of stuff, but how we can read it? How we can read it? I mean, everyone say like, this is the technology revolution, this is the data revolution, AI, and then when you put that big mess of data, and then you put AI on top, and then you get even more mess with data. And so you are not by yourself here. I'm a data consultant, and I work for different kind of industry. Marketing is one of the most exciting me because this is why I'm here today. It's because probably I did a good marketing somewhere, I developed my own branding. I know everything is bootstrap, of course, but the thing is like, because of marketing we are here, and because of marketing and the technology revolution we are here today. It's like how we get notice of this event is because of the digital marketing, which is we are here today. So, who I am and why I'm here. I just mentioned to you, I'm data strategy consultant, and I turn inspiration into action. And this is I'm only not doing for myself. I also help others to do it. I do coaching, and I do training, and I try to bring people who are not technical, and they are technical, but they've been left behind by the newest technology, and I try to bring them into the discussion back. So I'm glad that I work in a great company who supports me. It's a big New Zealand bank that I won't mention, but you will see it shortly. But in here, and it's so common nowadays, it's like with all these rapid changes, we're getting behind. And for me, my driver to help others is to bring them into the discussion, show them that it's simple. Of course, as a technical person, I would like to explain things complex because my rates goes up. But actually, I found that actually the way how I can get to more people is to simplify. And this is what I'm trying to do. And this is what I've been trying to do for the last 2 years. And I've seen that people say like, why nobody explained it so simple before? It doesn't need to be complex. And this is why I'm here today, and I hope you can have some takeaways. I just put LinkedIn marketing strategy because this is what I thought that I could start to grow my own branding. I just want to mention because probably if you are developing your own branding, I think LinkedIn is my platform. I heard someone just before I met that go multi-platform, but this is where I'm working at the moment. So I put LinkedIn there, and I have over than 15 years of experience on tech and data advisory. So I've been working with industry, with the army. I'm originally from Chile, by the way, Latin America, around that area. Yeah, I'm coming from Rancagua, a place called Rancagua. And in here I've been seeing the simple and single problem all the time. Technology revolution will change the world, and has been doing it for so many years. But it's so hard to see the results, and so hard to see what is the result that will come in 30 days, in 60 days. A transformation project for a big organization takes 2 years, 5 years, millions of dollars, but at the end of the day, it's like, what is the tangible object that, of course, technology become more robust, our website is more stable, looks better, but we've been acquired so much data from all those places, but that is the big thing with the insights nowadays. And this is why I'm here to explain you a little bit. And I found that when there is a lot of complexity, it's because sometimes the goal is not set. And I found this is key for data clarity. So I want you to close your eyes for a moment, for a second. If you could tell me, if you have a magic wand, what will be the insight from marketing that you would like to get now? Or just one thing that it could be important for everyone can be important. And now you can, open your eyes. Thank you for knowing you can keep seeing me. But I want to tell you that probably that vision is completely different from your colleague. And your CEO has a different vision. And everyone has a different vision of what is the importance on data. And the thing is like, we tend to go and follow what the markets tell us to follow. Cost per click, the ROAS that you share, you share, and then there's so many different KPIs. They're so super important for marketing. Google Ads present you as those are the most important for you, and these are the most important for you, and this is important for you. And finally, you ended up with so much clutter that it's so hard to define what is important for you. For me, it's important how many people are engaging with my profile nowadays, and that is my focus. I know that we want to cover a lot of that, but just start with one simple KPI, and this is what I recommend. This is because company wants to make more money, but with that in mind, make more money, what that means? Means that we need to create a better environment for our people, we need to create, and then we start to narrow it down, and to end up, for example, I start normally with tables or data from 50, 60 columns, and we ended up that only 3 are relevant. And that is the clarity thing that is really needed nowadays in the market, in the data and technology. So, if I told you this fancy word, like stochastic analysis, I love that word, by the way. Stochastic analysis means that you pick it up random variables and mix it up with your analysis. And I have seen a lot of this. Is, for example, I'm creating a strategy for someone, and I say, what about if the weather change? What about if the pressure on the political pressure change in the market? What about if the US dollar goes up or goes down? How this will impact our marketing? So for this kind of analysis, we use something called stochastic analysis, but I found that the one that I still more rely on is the quantitative analysis, which is simple, see what happened in the past. I want to create, when I studied data science, I was really excited to create those models to predict everything. And I create a stochastic model to start to predict the stocks market. And I lost so much money that I can tell you. And but my code worked as I was supposed to work, but the amount of variables that try to put it on to make it right actually create more noise. And there's probably 2 or 3 variables that we should be following. And this is the marketing data dilemma. When I meet people that they need some help on data from marketing, they say like, I want data from here, I want data from here, I want data from here, I want data from there. This platform will give me this platform will give me all the things. And the most problematic thing in data for marketing is third-party providers. And for example, when we start a business, or depending on the maturity of your company, of course, there is a well-structured CRM, and the only unique recommendation that I will do for a business that is just about to start with a CRM, which is a customer relationship manager software. Start with a simple, start with something free, but unique, that will be allows you to track your process from the beginning until you will see like in 2 years' time that, oh, I called Brian last year, and it was this time. And those are the notes for that call. And from that, you will start to create really good insights. Because when you rely on third parties apps, is the sometimes you didn't put the marketing app with the right title, and then something you didn't put in the right platform, and something you put in the wrong place. But I use data from LinkedIn to analyze. I use data from Google to analyze. I create my own little report from this, one KPI from here, one KPI from here, and one KPI from here, and then I bring it to a dashboard for a customer or stakeholder. And that simplification is what is actually give you a plan to work it out. Because I can put I love technology, and I could put hundreds of different bar charts in a dashboard, but it won't tell me much. It just is so unclear to where I will proceed. So that is the kind of clarity I'm speaking about data. And the more analysis we do, we ended up in a analysis paralysis, which is basically like we want to buy something, and we check here, we check here, we check here, and finally, probably for the amount of money that we're about to spend, we already spent so many human hours just researching, and probably we paid the double amount of the product we're trying to research in. But that paralysis analysis is so easy to see. I see it a lot on projects that why we don't try this new variable? Why do we don't try this and this and this and this? For the amount of hours of iterations that we spend, probably we have a solution already. But let's start from small. And the other thing is, like, I want to share with you a simple data strategy that I think that it could help you from individual projects, or you can see it as well for a big picture from your organization, is to define the end goal. As you just seen the picture before from the runner, start with the end goal. I want to grow the market in Wellington. All right, that could be a KPI. But what the grow means currently I have 2 customers. I would like to increase the amount of customers. Okay, that's super well defined, super like detailed and well structured, and that's my goal. And then, and the certain sort of the source of data. What will be the source of data? Because I'm speaking about customer, which means it will be invoicing for those customers. Engagement could be something important, but if I focus on the invoicing for those customers, means that if I am able to produce 5 more customers, and the invoicing system means that, okay, I have new customer in Wellington. And the third one, and this is the one from where we need to get more out of it, and of course AI, it can help you here, but not in the definition, here it can help you, is the automation of this process. So we're pulling data from LinkedIn, we're pulling data from our CRM software, we're pulling data from Google, and start to automate this process, because I see that every month, I say, no, it takes me really quickly just to pull one button, download the file from Google Ads from LinkedIn. It just takes me a few hours, and then put in a spreadsheet, and it breaks every single month, and then I produce a report. But all that amount of money, if you turn it into a strategy, it will be so simple in terms of try to do the automation. Of course, at the beginning, it will take you a bit of set of time, but that automation, it will bring you so much relief in the long term. So if we are bringing and tracking the new customers in Wellington, go to the CRM and pull the data from the from the invoicing system, and then make that automation run every day, and then every month you just receive the notification that you get 2, 3, 4, and then a clear automation that can give you that. And then when you have that data, store it somewhere, put it in a place that everyone in the company could access. Ideally, not a spreadsheet, because the spreadsheets are can get broken. It's something common. But if you think that Excel is safe for you, keep it in Excel. You don't need a fancy dashboard sometimes. Just keep it in Excel, but where everyone has access, with a proper label, a proper name, a proper naming convention for the columns, and those kind of things can simplify the things. And then our company start to rely on the data, and this is one of the biggest problems start to come up, is that our companies say like, oh, that was really amazing. Can we do this again now for Queenstown? Can we do this again for Dunedin? And start to escalate and escalate and escalate. But the thing is, like, if we already have the process in place, we are creating a data-driven culture. And lastly, measure the outcome. When we measure the outcome, we see, you know what, this little experiment that we did for Wellington, it worked. All right, so let's start again. Let's start the loop again, and then you I always like the starting small in testing, and this is the best way. I will share this with you LinkedIn, and I will put my LinkedIn URL at the end, and that way you can see it. But the thing is, like, with this simple strategy, you can get so many results out from them, because I work with huge amount of data, something called big data, and the more data that I bring over, is less clear is the goal that we would like to achieve. So simplify. And if you follow the KPIs from anyone in the market, if the director from the company doesn't have a clear view or clear vision of what is important for them, it's a work to do here, because we follow our competitors or we become the leader in the market. If for that special company that we define as our competitor goes through this segment and we try to go to the same segment all the time, we're just following, and then we are late already, because when we are coming, we are late already. And this is how I see when we define it. Like, I sit it down and say, what is important for you? Not what is important for the market, not what is important for you today. And that's what I'm trying to define. And the power of testing, I'll just say, you guys on marketing introduced me some time ago the A/B testing, which I use it for everything. I use it for software development, dashboard development, and I test. I show, what about this or this? All right, I like that one. What about this or this? This one. Okay, let's keep progressing on that direction. In that way, my iteration doesn't go, because I used to work in a way that, what do you want? 3 months later, I come back with a beautiful dashboard, a whole automation that took me hours of coding, and say, like, no, this is not what I meant. Oh, okay. So we're continually testing and showing the progress. I'm able to see if we're doing it right or not. Same example with the Wellington growing business in Wellington. Starting with a city, and then we can escalate it to 3 cities, and then we can escalate to 10 cities, and then we can escalate to Australia with 1 city, then 3 cities, and then so on and so forth. And so that is the best way. But of course, the testing comes faster nowadays. Like, a testing means a month, a week, but it's still a testing. So keep an eye on your testing. This is something really important. And automation, of course. Automation is making me to be now here talking, because it's a lot of, I have computers that are running at the moment. They're not making all of them are making money, but they're helping me now at the moment that I'm doing this presentation to get the data available for my stakeholders and customers. And AI, you mentioned that you won't speak much about AI, but the thing is that AI actually brought more noise to the conversation. And I say, I want to get the chatbot running as soon as possible. I say, like, without complex in your data, your chatbot, it will reply answers that are not correct. And then you will be in problems. But what about if AI creates for example, there's a tool from Microsoft called Power BI. If you haven't installed it yet, you could just download it for free, and it's free to use in your computer. You can drag and drop an Excel sheet, and you click Automate Insights, and it will create a whole bunch of insights, but actually it doesn't mean anything to you. So that is why, and this is done with AI. So this is the importance that before to even jump into AI, reflect on what you want and what you want to achieve, and then let's make AI to do it for me. But one thing to be noticed is that AI is a great generation of code. It helped me a lot to generate code. However, it's terrible to counting rows. All right? I will drag and drop an Excel sheet on ChatGPT or the tool that you use in Gemini, Copilot, or the one that you use, create me insights. But actually, I won't rely on them. I'm good doing data analysis. I will get probably a brainstorming from the way how I will be doing the data analysis with AI. However, the process of the data is under my control. And then the audit is also under my control. And that way, I'm sure that what I will be producing is correct. And then I let AI to produce me the beautiful visuals, color combination. And I think that our opportunity as a data specialist, generally in the data pipeline, I should say as a plumber, this is a pipeline. And it's the process of the automation of how the things will happen in the background. And this is the job that we have to do. There are tools that they can make this much more easy nowadays. And Excel is there, and it will still there. There's a rule that says that things that stay for too long, it will stay there. So if you're trying to say goodbye to Excel, unfortunately Excel will stay with us for a long time. However, there is tools like something called Power Query that comes nowadays in Excel that help you to automate this pipeline, so you can pull data from here, pull data from here, and you don't need to import those references. You just click refresh, and then Excel will bring this to you. This is called Power Query. It comes for free in the latest versions. Then Power BI. Power Automate is such a cool tool. I have created a system that send notification by Teams, and I just use Excel in Power Automate. So my users can receive a notification through Microsoft Teams. So you have 3 customers to visit today with this, and that, and just come out from an Excel sheet, or you can connect it in even more smart with a CRM system, a more complex system. However, the thing that I want to say here is that sometimes we want to end up with the hugest dashboard. But the thing I want to tell you, just 2 columns in Excel is enough to help the business. And this is what I don't need to never end the mind of code. But for you guys in marketing, sometimes just the Excel is enough to answer the question that you're trying to answer. All right? And yeah, HR tools, of course. Python, if you want to go. I think Python is one of the most open technologies nowadays. And don't worry if you don't know Python, you don't need to know it now. But I think that in the 5 years' time, it will be something really important for us to help us with all the amount of automation that we would like to achieve. But we will need to hire people for that, so then you can contribute. And all right, this is the data roadmap that I have seen in companies. All right, and this is the clear picture from where you can start from today onwards. And the first point is that data becomes so hard to pull out from the system. All right, it's really require a lot of effort, and then you need to go. I remember those days that I have to go to a computer, to a customer, pull up a USB stick once a month, and then come back to the office, and then create some insights for them. However, those days I think that we're still moving out, but still certain computers around there doing that. And then the second problem is that you start to realize, oh, I went to pick up that data, and now we start to understand this process, but however, the data is incomplete. Such a pain. It's really it's a huge pain because you went through all the effort, and now the data is coming wrong, and then as we start to say, you know what, we need to start to do something. But on that pain, also your company, your boss, your team, yourself, you start to say, what a great things that we can start to make on data. And that's the next step. It's like everything is in demand, and wow, what a great dashboard that you built. Can you refresh it for tomorrow for all those customers? Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, we'll try, but you ended up the whole night working trying to do it because in the clunky way that you built it, it just worked it out somehow. But if someone needs this right now, it's really hard. So it's hard. And the next step on the maturity levels for your company is when you already have a system in place that you pull the data from somewhere and put it somewhere, even though that it's incomplete or it's not really nice and beautiful, but it's still there's a process in place that is putting the data somewhere that from anyone can access. And then, of course, in this previous step, you start to hire someone like a data analyst specialist, or you start to hire a insights specialist, or even a manager. So this is how you start to create a total environment in your company from where you can create a really good maturity on your business. And then finally, we have when company doesn't take any decision without asking to data first, and that is where we like to become. But you doesn't know how many companies are nowadays in the first step still. So it's a plenty of opportunities for all of us in marketing, in the job that you do, in the things that we do every day, to start to moving the dial up and forward in that roadmap. So if you, the topic for this event is future. The future is now. Yeah, we are realized that the future is now, because it's that the thing is like things that been promising for so long are here and available, and we need to innovate, of course. Adapt and dominate. I think that I would rather change that word from instead of dominate to experiment. So during those weekends that you doesn't know what much to do, try it out, every single thing. That so many tools available for you to play around. Your computer can be a whole server nowadays. Your laptop, it can become a huge computer. That I've been doing testing in LLMs, just testing, trying, wrong. But then it's how you will be able to progress in this amazing journey. And one last advice for you guys in marketing: the most valuable asset is still the CRM. I think that for me, after so many years, the CRM is still the source of truth, because it's our data. We produce it. Is it wrong? Is it right? But we produce it and we can fix it. But relying on third-party systems or third-party, like a researching companies, if you ask for 1, 2, 3 researching companies to provide you data, it's quite hard sometimes to validate, and also there are different sources of truth. So I think that CRM is still a great opportunity for us to make our system grow. And if you want to connect, feel free to scan my QR code and can provide you this presentation and other things. And I would like to open now the stage to have some questions. If you guys have any question or you have any problem. But actually, before you ask any question, I would like to ask you, what is your biggest pain with data nowadays? Does someone has any pain with data nowadays that they would like to share? No? All right. Does you?
Yeah, I'll contribute. I think my biggest pain with data is like getting on the same, looking at it from the same perspective as your clients or everyone else. Like, are we looking at the same thing? Do we interpret that in the same way? And then the other thing is, I think there's a plethora of sort of tools, and I have clients that are obsessed with AI, and they go, oh look, let's use this, you can do a million things. Whereas I just need to do one thing, like you said, 2 columns. I suppose it's sort of, it's just how do you deal with all the muck and going, no look, simplifying it is the best way to do it. How do you have those conversations?
This is your question?
Yeah.
I come from a technical background, so I've been moving to different industries in the last few years. And one of the things that I noticed that is quite common, that the technical, we as a specialist, we don't want to share how we did the things. And then when you come up to a new environment, who is the one who set it up, this server and this software? Yes, that guy around there. I hear they didn't know, use this database, and they go really deep in the technical part. And as someone say in the morning, and if you cannot simplify it, because it's something that you are not understanding or something that is really hard for you, but I am from the part from sharing, because I feel that if I simplify on the ways how I work, I document everything, and I share everything with everyone, I can go on holidays without worry. So that is my goal for Simplify. So you're doing a great job, but let's put it in a paper to make someone to work it out. But in the way of Simplify is always my question, what is important for you? And that definition doesn't come right away. That definition, it can take 1 month, or even after multiple iterations, that answer can come. So definitely, for me, is to asking what is important for you, and what is important in your life, what is your pain. I have a family, I want to go on holidays, so that is start to create. It's a consultant process to start to understand what is the pain for the customer or your stakeholder. Anyone else has any question? Any other question? Yes, please.
Yes, I was really curious. You mentioned like.
Sorry, I can hear you. They will bring. Yeah, I can hear you.
Cool. So I'm really curious around like the AI stuff. I work at Shopify, it's a very AI first, AI forward company. mentioned one of the kind of cycle, like with LinkedIn, like getting data, getting customer data, that kind of thing. You can set up like a LinkedIn scraper pretty simply now, like Zapier, NAN, Gumroad, those kind of tools, right? And similarly with it, like in Excel or in Google Sheets, you can analyze that data. So I agree with like the one focus, but the scalability of that one focus with AI can be massive if you're managing in context ranging data, that kind of thing. I'm curious how you see that, like, how can, so if somebody is sort of more adverse or slower to adopt AI, how can those people kind of keep up with these sort of systems? Like at Shopify, like we have now, we used to have prototype cycles at sort of 3 months to 6 months. Now people are expected to churn out prototypes like within a week. Teams are expected to put out prototypes in a week. And those are meant to be like human in the loop, validated data, reliable at business scale. So yeah, I'm just curious of how you kind of see that sort of workflow for the system, going through things and manually competing with that sort of environment, like people are much more accessible to these like scrapers.
Definitely pulling data manually from LinkedIn is not a strategy. I mean, of course, we need to end up with a process that needs to be pulled automatically, and we can do that through something called like APIs, and then we can pull that data much smoothly. That example that I brought to you is for a small or medium business who is starting, or even for a slightly, medium, let's say medium business or small business. But definitely AI, it will help to validate those patterns of data pipeline. The same thing that you did with LinkedIn to like an API. Ideally, of course, my colleague will be doing with an API. An API is a tunnel from where I can pull the data directly without scrapping or without doing that. But I spend a lot of time of automating the ingestion. Firstly, I download files manually, test it out. This is what you're looking for, exactly. And then I put it in a pipeline of automation. And those patterns and frameworks, I start to replicate with other platforms. When I get the pressure to start to speed up everything, I'm the one who take the handbrake and say, let's see how we come with this. And I've been finding great results with that. And I heard a lot of this say, I have a friend who did this in a week. Yeah, a website you can. You know, guys, that you can do a website in a week, but what is you getting out from there? And the same with the analysis. I have a friend that he analyzed his whole LinkedIn profile in one day using tools like ChatGPT or tools, just drag and drop in the whole spreadsheet. But it's that, what do you want to achieve from there? And there's the same question again. It's like, what is your end goal? What do you want to do? But on that, can you clarify me with one example, please? Of course, with the Shopify, but more specifically.
Yeah, so I think it's interesting you mentioned the API, because obviously MCPs now are so they kind of bridge the gap between LLMs and APIs.
Mm-hmm.
So, like for instance, say like maybe this week we had to do like analysis on, we're trying to automate some of our systems that previously required like human auditing, and we're trying to scale that out. So like where we were maybe looking at like 2% of our business in like a very small locality.
That's great.
Now we're able to kind of look at like 100% of that business, maybe 20% of that, like sort of scaling those insights out. So yeah, so LinkedIn, like a lot of our SDR teams and stuff will build like their own personal loops. So they'll build like Gumroad is a tool that Shopify uses. They'll set up their own LinkedIn scrapers. They'll set up their own systems for kind of compartmentalizing and analyzing that data. But when we implement anything operationally, then that's like it has to reach a certain level of like statistical significance. Like that's also the thing, right? Like versus like somebody checking 10 interaction or they're looking across 10 pieces of data. Like if we can still get that statistical significance across 1,000 or 100,000 lines of data, then we can usually extrapolate those insights out. We have enough separation of signal to noise to be able to like build quicker and faster systems. So a lot of our reporting isn't reporting anymore. It's like building some sort of experience where people can ask questions about data. So yeah, to answer your question, an example would be like SCRs outbounding any scrapability, for example.
All right. Yeah, thank you for that. I've seen, sorry, the other way around. Yeah, just here on this roadmap, I see that there are certain companies that they want to go from the step one to the last step in 1 week, and it's not possible. And also I've seen it that there are certain technology teams that they want to do this really quickly. And as you say, it's really demanding and take time, because for you to develop those patterns, it takes so much time, so much effort, and it's expensive because you need to hire engineers to do this, and then you try it out, and then to end up with something that is wrong, and then you need to iterate again. It's a painful process, but however, the main goal, the goal is to get around here. And from here onwards are happy days. You are still creating a great results doing this and then getting stuff on the spot. But I see in an organization that have a well-structured and a good data strategy plan. We are here nowadays, and we just need to jump into here. And this is what I work a lot with small business, and it's painful. And I need to say it's painful as well, so I'm totally with you, and I experience this every day, but I just want to see how I can move from here into here and into here in incremental steps, but I still taking all those steps. However, here, I'm still showing certain insights. All right, this is what I could see from your data. It's not everything, but this is what I have. And they love it, and that is something enough. And I get that pressure as well from your stakeholder. I need this, and also now that LinkedIn is working nice, and now I want for next week I want Google Ads as well, and then on top, and that's what they happen where we see with technology, social media, news, and everything. It's like everyone is doing so much. I'm getting so left behind, but it's no way that you can do everything in a week. So incremental steps. So thank you very much for your question. Anyone has another question or something to share? If you have an experience to share, feel more. Yeah, yes, please.
Yeah, data reliability. What you
1 second, the microphone. That way, all of us.
I guess a pain point for me is data reliability. As a website manager, every month I have to pull together a report on web analytics and traffic, but I'm often going to different third-party tools like SEMrush or Google Analytics or Google Console, and sometimes the data all tells different stories, like ultimately what's the source of truth. Because it feels quite painful at the moment, trying to pull all the different sources together to tell a story.
You know what? Unfortunately, the source of truth is the one that you will determine it after testing and see the data. I have worked in places that we have 3 sources of truth, and all of them look so equally. And some of the sales team is saying that they are selling this, however, the financial team is saying something totally different. And the marketing team saying that the market grew 20%, but I don't see the same in those 3 different areas. And I sit with them together and try to align the KPIs, what a new sales means to you, and try to define which one is the one that will pick it up. If you have 3 sources of truth and all of them are told you something different, test one and work on that couple of months, see how things are going, see how are performing. And then the one, of course you will pick up one that you tend to rely more by bias or whatever. I think this is the truth, and just try to follow it for 2 months and let the process automate, keep doing it, and now jump into another one and start to see. But if you start to combine them all together, I have seen that a lot as well, and it's painful as well. So this is why we are here, because marketing has a lot of data, and it's up to us is to create answers from there, or you know what, you come back to the meeting and say, sorry, there's nothing that I can do with your data. It's so frustrating, you know? And then the thing is like, you know what, the truth is, I have these 3 of sources, and from here I'm getting this, and I think this is what I would like to test for a couple of weeks. Let's see how things are going. And we don't need, doesn't mean because you have access to all the company data, you will have all the answers. Even I work for big corporates, I don't have all the answers. And I just face it and say it. I don't have all the answers, but let me try it, let me test, let me do this. And this is how you also get your reputation. Because I said, no, I can do whatever you want. No, stop. It's that I can do what is available, and this is how it looks like. What do you think? All right? No worries. All right. So saying that, thank you very much to everyone. I would love you to connect. If you are not in Auckland, I do coffee catch-ups online. So if you want to reach out, feel free to do it. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day.